I just got to sit up here. I feel,
We have extra pillows. You want to put one behind your back?
I don't know.
Bring me one.
Do you want to use kitchen chairs? These are just so deep.
The kitchen ones are deep too. I never sit back in them.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to sit up, I guess, the whole time. That stinks. I can't do this for 40 minutes. Taylor Swift, our first guest. Are you excited for her on the show?
I wish.
Yeah, well, she'll be here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You've got the connection?
Yeah, she's coming. She's going to be our first guest. I figure we should start with a decent one.
Yeah.
Or we could be inspired by Taylor Swift, because I think that's what today will be.
Oh, no.
Because I think this should be titled Ashley's episode. Because if you don't know,
version.
yeah, if we mentioned this last year, that gotta be honest with you all, we sit up at night the night before and like, so what are we gonna talk about? And sometimes that happens at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens at 11 o'clock at night, where we're like, hey, what are we gonna talk about? I will admit I didn't contribute a single thing to this discussion, or at least the topics that we're gonna talk about.
Well, I think we both agreed. We're filming this on a Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday. Yesterday was a hard day. We've had a hard...
Have you cried today?
I-
Oh, you did. You did. You cried.
Well, Wells cried when I dropped him off at school this morning.
Oh, that's why you
so
cried.
I cried.
Oh, that's not even why I would have thought you would have cried.
Today is our oldest. It's her birthday. She's 12.
Yeah, there's been a lot of tears in this house.
In the last, couple of days. Well, I also had a birthday, and I cry when I get older, too. Not for the same reasons, not for nostalgia. It's just because I'm sad to get older.
Yeah, so we've cried. I'll throw myself in there.
Oh, really? Thank you.
We've cried on Olivia's first day. No, Olivia got no cries. Olivia has had not a single cry.
Well, because Olivia went into 3rd grade at a school that I handpicked her teacher. I knew her teacher.
And Olivia turned 8, no cry. All right, so
8 didn't get a cry.
We've
Sorry,
cried.
Olivia.
We've cried on Charlie's orientation to school.
Well, that was middle school.
First day back to middle school.
Yep.
Are you gonna cry now?
You know what? The pregnancy hormones are hitting hard in the house.
Wells's first meet the teacher day. Was there a cry there?
No, it was the first day of school. I cried when we dropped him off the first day, which happened to also only be last week.
And then Sunday was your birthday. We got a cry in.
Well, yeah, because I got older.
Today, we've had a cry for Wells, but not Charlie. That's surprising.
I'll cry later tonight when I see her.
What time will you be doing that? I'm busy at that
Are you going to be
moment.
smoking a cigar?
I'm busy.
Is that your cigar time?
You mentioned crying, and then you brought up a cigar. Can you spend 30 seconds? I'll even take 25 seconds. Just quickly defending me, because I reposted that video of me saying that you wanted me to quit smoking cigars when you were pregnant with Wells, and I got killed on the internet for the second time in 2 years.
Yeah, because I'm putting my body through all these things.
Oh,
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
No, that's
That's
true.
exactly what they said.
Yeah, but can you sometimes I come to you, especially when I've had a bad internet day where people are jerks, and I'm like, hey, tell me something good. Can you tell the people out there that, one, I'll defend you, some alpha males have really gotten upset by that how dare
that I do things to you?
You shouldn't be doing. I'm like, it's just the way I said it, and it was tongue in cheek. But will you tell people that I've, that I'm not trying to pollute our family with toxins and stuff?
You smoke the cigars outside. Our house is a non-smoking.
Thank you. Obviously.
Inside home.
Obviously.
Is that what you want me to say?
Yeah. Tell people that I'm not out here puffing cigar smoke in your face.
Oh, no.
I'm running upstairs to shower afterwards.
Oh, yeah. Because the smell makes me sick. So it did. Now that I'm out of the first trimester and stuff, it doesn't make me sick anymore.
We're back? I don't have to do the shower?
No, I still don't like the smell of them. So he showers every night before he gets in bed, or even hugs me, because if he comes home from work, I can
What do you mean?
smell like smoke.
From coming home from work? I would never smoke a cigar.
Work at the cigar bar.
Wow.
Is that defending you enough?
Yeah, that works. We mentioned birthdays naturally here. We did have Charlie's birthday this past Saturday.
Her birthday party.
Yeah.
Charlie's birthday has always been really hard because hers is in August. And for some reason I get it. August is busy with back to school and events and things. It's hard to get other parents and kids to commit to a party on a weekend in August. And you kind of know this because you were a summer birthday.
Yeah.
And had the same issue. I had the same issue because my birthday's in August. And then Olivia as well is a June birthday. People are out of town. So it just really took the stress off. And I loved that.
Well, it's the fear, right? Of you talked about what was her 3rd or 4th grade birthday party. The fear is that nobody will come.
Yeah, she was much younger. But yeah, it was a fear that, nobody would come. And I'm very lucky that we have.
Did I say grade?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant year old.
Yeah.
Third. Yeah, I meant 3 or 4 year old.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, that's what.
And I'm very lucky that I have a large family with, brothers and grandparents, and, celebrations were always big, whether kids came or not. But so we started doing vacations, and we would go to the beach every year for Olivia's birthday with my family and celebrate there. And
Olivia decided that was her present. I don't think that we decided that or anybody decided that. Olivia was just like, oh, my birthday trip.
Yeah, my beach birthday trip.
Yeah, okay. Not going to fight you.
But that was great, though, and we got to celebrate it with family. So she had a week long, and then Charlie's was a little bit harder because hers was in August. So we had to find time. Sometimes we'd have to postpone it. One year we took them to New York for her birthday. Do you remember that?
Yeah, later.
You did the whole American Girl experience with the hairdos to match their dolls.
I dropped you guys essentially off at the American Girl store. And then I went with Chris Becker, a friend of mine who was living in New York at the time. And we went and did our own thing for a while.
And then you came back and saw all the great hairstyles that they had.
Just wild. But anyway, we had the birthday though, and we had 13, 11 and 12-year-olds.
This year, the girls both asked for a birthday party. And Charlie's happened to be this weekend. And we had 13 kids, including our girls. And so most of them were 11 or 12-year-old little girls.
Well, so the girls all come over, and all the kids are nice and respectful, but incredibly loud.
Yes.
I've never heard so many small people being so loud.
Well, it was just the squeals, I think also it's a lot of them, they are all in middle school this year. A lot of them go to different middle schools. There's a couple of kids that go to different private schools. None of them go to the same private school. There's a couple of kids that go to the public school. One kid had moved out of the county and came all the way back just to celebrate, which was super sweet. What?
Moved out of the county. That's
she lived an hour
this
away.
morning we've been talking about southern things about like the team went to state and you're just like out of the county. Like that's anyway, sorry. Still in Metro Atlanta.
Yeah, it's still in Metro
but
Atlanta.
But an hour and a half away if you don't know the geography.
But
that's still Atlanta.
So they were just so excited to see each other. It's that, they've been in middle school for a week or a couple of weeks, and so they just wanted to chit chat, but there was
no chitting and chatting. It was yelling and screaming.
They were
it was so loud.
And it's the first time that we've had all of them over at our house. There's been a couple that have come at different times to our house. So they were running through the house to see, they wanted a tour of the house. Charlie got a new room that was painted and differently, and she got a new bedspread. She picked everything out, and so they had to go see that. There was a lot of excitement. We did a backyard hibachi, like a mobile hibachi thing.
Yeah, the guy comes with his own grill, so he parks in the driveway. I get him in to the backyard. He has a helper. No idea where the helper went.
During the party.
That guy disappeared.
Disappeared during the party.
Wasn't in the garage. Wasn't in the front of the house. Wasn't anywhere.
We don't know where he was.
No idea where he was. Okay, but the chef was the least well behaved. He starts with the super soaker, and he's shooting what he's saying to 11 and 12-year-olds, baby sake, which is water. So a water gun, a big water gun. I mean, it looks like a machine gun, right? Yeah.
And he's squirting them in the mouth, and they are loving it. Like, they think this is the funniest thing. But Mike and I are looking at each other going, what is going on? As he's saying, baby sake. But they didn't understand that.
But then he gets to the real sake.
Oh, and there's only one person at this party that can drink because I can't. And
I'll say this, I'm not a big drinker. It's just not my thing.
You'll drink a glass of wine, but you're definitely not a big drinker anyways, but especially not now when I'm pregnant. Because I look at you every time you get a glass of wine. Like
every time?
Daggers.
You mean like the 4 times?
The 4 times.
all on vacation?
Yes, it's always when we're on vacation. I'm like...
So the guy comes over with his version of the mini super soaker.
Yes, with actual sake in it, and was like, Dad, here you go.
First time, I'm a great sport.
Yes. Okay.
That's after I'd caught some shrimp in my mouth. I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
Second time, I'm like,
No. But then he convinces you.
yeah, it's like, like somebody's trying to pay the check. Like, no, I got it. No, I got it. No, I got it. On the third, I got it. Okay, you got it. So, okay, I'll have a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then he's doing the countdown. Counting up. 1, 2, 3. See how? And I'm like, okay.
Done.
Third time, I'm like, no.
No. And he was
Kept coming back.
trying to peer pressure you. Why don't you like sake?
You're at home.
This is the best sake.
No driving.
This is your party.
I'm like, no, it's not.
It's not my party.
Here I am worried that kids don't get like blown up by the onion volcano that he has the fire.
Also doing with the sake.
Yeah, he has Charlie, our 12-year-old,
lighting it.
Yeah,
for
putting
everybody.
the alcohol, the oil, and then lighting it and starting the fire.
And then
and she's afraid. Like I'm waiting for someone to burn.
He had the spatulas that were on fire, flipping them and letting the kids flip
He had
them.
Olivia, and I say we were standing right there, but like this was probably the safest thing he did. So he had Olivia flipping the on fire spatulas.
Yep.
And then this guy keeps coming back to me. We get done with the whole party. We've cleaned up his part or whatever.
The kids are running around playing.
Yeah, the helper has popped up back from wherever he ran to.
Oh, get the grill out.
He came from behind the tree in the backyard, popped out, and was like, hey, I'm
Now
back.
it's my turn.
And they're in the driveway. I put up the garage door because I need to move the car so they can get out.
Mm-hmm.
And first thing the guy says to me, why do you drink the sake? And I'm like, I'm sorry, man. I looked at him and I said, I'm an alcoholic.
Which is not, there's nothing funny about it if you are a truly
No,
alcoholic,
no.
but you
And if you
are not.
If you know me, I can say things with a straight face and just.
Oh my god!
So I looked at him and said, alcoholic, and he stopped and didn't know what to say. And I was like, 10 years sober till tonight.
Ruined tonight.
And then I got in the car without saying another thing. I moved the car, got out of the car and go, thanks so much. And then closed the garage door and went back inside and told you.
Well,
I told you I was going to do it too. And you gently said no. It was not a strong, forceful no.
it was not a strong, forceful no, because there was a lot of peer pressure and he couldn't take the no. I think he was used to doing older people's parties, but I did specify, I said, this is a bunch of 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
It is, this is a 12-year-old's birthday party. And they did a great job with them as well.
The party's 2 hours. We need you to distract them for 1 to 1.5 hours. And then we got cake for 30 minutes. Kids come and pick up their house.
I will say that the time that he cooked lasted shorter than what he had originally told me. So then we're looking at each other at 7 o'clock and we still have until 8 o'clock. And I was like, what do we do now? Well, that's when Olivia, our 8-year-old, was like, let's go play in the rain.
Oh my God, yeah.
Let's go step in the pool. And I was like, what are you doing?
Literally, she was the worst influence on them.
She was terrible. And they all listened to her.
100%. That makes me think of Olivia's birthday party.
Yes, so Olivia's birthday party was back in June. This is the one that she wanted.
But do you remember what happened before Olivia's birthday party? Like a day or two before Olivia's birthday party? I was at work and you called me frantically and said our water is being turned off.
Oh.
So Olivia had a party. She had a party on Saturday?
In June, and it was a pool party.
Water is important for a pool.
Yes. Well, just in general, in the house, for people having to go to the bathroom, water is important.
I think I was doing something in the morning where I couldn't look at my phone, so I was in court or deposition.
Filming videos.
Oh, maybe
you were doing something very important. But what
video is very important. Do y'all hear that? Ashley called me. Well, she texted me. I've never gotten a text like this. You might be able to hear the stress. Will you call me when you're done filming? Period. Apparently, in this house, we have never paid a power bill.
I think it was a different kind. I don't even think it was the social media ones. I think maybe you were making like a long form. It was something where you couldn't be disturbed. And so I had...
Long forms more important than short forms. How do y'all feel about that?
I had all the kids with me and I was running something to a store and I'm outside loading things in my car. The kids are inside and this person pulls up. And
in a watershed maintenance truck.
Yeah, and I ignore him because I assume he's here for our neighbor who's had multiple leaks. And so I ignore him. He rolls down the window and I think he says, excuse me, and I still ignore him because in my mind I'm going, he's not talking to me. There's nothing wrong. And he honked his horn and he goes, do you live here? And I said, yes. And he goes, well, come here. And I go all the way.
Did he catcall you? Because kids in the house or people in our house have been catcalled lately.
He didn't even get out of his truck. He goes, I'm supposed to turn off your water today. And I said, for this house? And he goes, yes.
Now, we've lived here for
at that point
2.5 years.
2.5 years. He goes, well, you didn't pay your water bill. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry. You know, maybe we switched credit cards. I'll figure it out. And he goes, you haven't paid your water bill since you moved in.
Ever.
2.5 years later. And I said, I'm sorry, what? And he goes, here's the information. You have to go down to the watershed authority building in the middle of Atlanta. This is a Friday afternoon. He was like, you have to go and do this so that your water doesn't get shut off because you have, I think it was a couple of days, but it was going to fall right on the party day I was worried about. And I said, okay, I'll do that. And in my mind, you know what I was thinking? I was mad at you because when we moved into this house,
why not?
I thought you took care of all the bills.
No. And I can prove that that's not true.
I thought you did all the utilities because you did the power.
Uh-huh.
You did the cable.
Yeah, what's the other utility?
The heat.
The gas.
The gas. And that one also almost got cut off like a month after we moved in. Oh, it didn't get cut off.
Oh, no, you're forgetting the gas problem here.
What happened with the gas? This happened a month after we moved in. Somebody came to our door and said, I'm going to turn off your gas.
Yeah. So when we first moved in, house was built, but we moved in first, and the builder had all the
bills in their name. Yeah.
And they had to switch out the utilities, cancel the utilities for us to then be able to take over.
Pick them up.
For the gas, they did their part. Yeah. And we didn't do ours.
Yeah.
For the water, they owed a bunch of money.
Yes. And so
they had to pay off their bill before we could do it. And we apparently just dropped the ball. Yes, and whenever
forgot to follow up.
Yeah.
The guy comes up to the door. This was a month after we moved in and said, I'm going to turn off your gas. You need to set it up. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
Did you ignore him when he was yelling at you?
No, because he was at the door and he rang it. And I also, at this point, I don't think you were here. You might have been out of town doing something. And I said, okay, I'll set it up. And I was mad at you then because I said, my husband should have set this up when he was setting up everything else. How was I supposed to know that he cherry-picked the utilities to set up and left me with the others? So I filled out all the information. I got the gas set up. I was really proud of myself. You
went into a 2-year contract.
I did.
Yeah.
With,
Great rate.
The thing that Mike is mad about, fast forward 2 years later, the gas bill is on auto pay. I'm not monitoring it because I assume that my husband is monitoring it.
I monitored
it.
$900.
Apparently the contract ran out, and what did they do? They just put us on the highest.
Well, that was after they emailed you a bunch of times.
That went to junk mail.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It didn't.
That somehow got deleted. I don't know.
Yeah, our gas bill went from like $100, $125 to literally $900 because the rate, they screw you.
Oh, yes. They just put you on their highest one.
If you have terrible credit, can't pay any deposit, and you're a felon, like I mean that sort of kidding, sort of serious, you have a better rate than a person who, was their customer for 2 years.
To renew their contract.
Yeah. So we've had gas problems, water problems.
Well, when
the water got fixed, by the way.
When the water was happening, I was like, in my mind, I was going, man, why didn't you and I sit down and have a conversation when the gas problem happened and go, okay, did you cover this and this and this and this?
Because the water was on.
I just assumed. The problem with the water, though, that really made it difficult is that I had to go downtown, sit in a very small room with 3 children, wait our turn. They finally call us back there. They tell us how much we owe. Then we had to leave, go get a cashier's check. And when I say we sat in a small room, we sat there for an hour and a half and before they even saw us. And then we had to go and get a cashier's check.
And Charlie and I brought the check down.
And you brought the check
Charlie
back.
showed me where to go. She's like, this is where we sat. This is who you talked to. This is the...
Yes. We got it fixed, though. We're now paying for our water bill. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I can't believe it took them 2.5 years, though. I was thinking about this the other day. I remember my mom being our age, and thinking that like my parents had their crap together, that they just knew what was going on.
So we don't have a crap together?
I'm just saying that no matter what your age is, like this is our first time living this life too. So we're still figuring out things like how to pay water bills, even though we've owned multiple homes between us.
If somebody would have asked me, how do you pay your water bill? I'm going to go, oh, ask Ashley. Here's a weird thing. You won't open my mail. If it has my name on it, you won't open it.
I believe it's your responsibility.
See, and it's not, that's the thing. You just don't want to be responsible for whatever's in that envelope.
Absolutely not.
Right. It's not like a respect of privacy, or it's just, I don't want to have this on my plate.
Not my name.
Right. But I'm supposed to open up emails. I'm supposed to open up mail with everyone's name on it. Like we get a letter for, you and your maiden name, you and your other name. I'm supposed to open that.
No, you can leave it for me. I'll open that.
Then it never gets opened.
It's not that important then.
You don't know what it is.
I look at the company name on the side. I'm like, not important.
It's like our bank, water, gas company.
Who needs those?
Yeah, right. When we were sitting last night up in bed, you were going through the topics that you had. Mm-hmm. And you said one of the topics was how to make a move.
Yes. And
do you get what just happened when I just said it?
No.
Oh, so you said to me, we should talk about how to make a move. And I was like, huh. And
well, because we had a conversation that related to that recently, but I don't know what you were thinking.
Oh, I was thinking what everyone else is thinking. I thought we were going to talk about how to make a move.
What kind of
Last
move?
night, we're in bed making a move. That's what I thought. That's why I told you I'm going to write down make a move in quotations. And you're like, what do you mean? I was like, I'll tell you tomorrow. I genuinely thought after your swingers comment in the last episode, I thought that we were going to talk about best ways to make a move.
On our podcast or
I
in
don't
bed
know.
last
I don't
night?
know. I thought we were going to talk about last night. I thought that would,
In bed last night while I was dealing with heartburn. My legs were swollen.
I mean, yeah, I hear you.
Day.
I thought you were going to give me the tips. What you apparently meant, though, was...
I was talking about a conversation that we had about a week ago that I found really interesting and that we actually both kind of agreed with, but I didn't know the information when I was younger. I probably wouldn't have agreed with it when I was in a different state of life.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And the fact that you honestly just assumed I remembered a conversation from a week ago. No, I think that's a credit to me.
What we talked about a week or so ago was we talked about you were going to hire somebody.
Yeah.
And you actually offered them a job.
Yes.
And the way that lawyers get paid, just for people that don't know, how do your starting lawyers get paid?
I feel like if there's any video we should run every week, if like YouTube and TikTok wouldn't get mad at me for doing it, it would just be how are lawyers paid?
Yeah, well, because as a teacher, I had a set contract, a set amount of hours. Even though teachers work over those hours, you don't get overtime. Lawyers are a little different because you have the potential to make more money.
Well, there's a whole category of lawyers that get paid hourly. I worked 5 hours. My rate is this many dollars an hour. Mm-hmm. Multiply. That's how much you get paid. But personal injury lawyers, it's very different. We get paid a percentage of the recovery that we get for clients. So you don't pay us $1 up front, never ask you for any money. And that's why, the reason I say I wish I could run the video all the time is because almost every single day, sitting in gymnastics class, waiting for Charlie to be done, when I'm in the bathroom, when I'm reading comments, I see somebody's like, I can't afford you, or it depends on
what's your hourly?
Yeah, your client must pay you a lot. And it's like, I know, and you can get a really good lawyer who's going to charge you the same percentage at the end of the day than as a really bad lawyer, because we all charge the same for the most part.
And you only get paid if you make money. Yeah, you're not just billing them to make money for yourself.
Yeah, I want to get them more dollars so we can pay our water bill and gas bill. We all got needs
because we like to accumulate them. Over a couple of years.
So our lawyers get paid by a mix of a salary, which I think we have it's a 6-figure substantial salary. The reason for that is we need you sometimes to do firm stuff. You know, like you got to work for the betterment of everyone, for our firm. So that's why you get that money.
Well, and I would also think that they can't just come in making a ton of money because your cases take time for them to
and that's the other component.
Okay.
They get the salary, and you know this. I mean, they get the salary, and then they also get paid a percentage of the cases that they settle. Well, yeah, you come in on day one, you got to work on those cases. It may be months until you get paid through settling a case.
Yeah. Well, and you also have to learn. No matter, even if you worked at another personal injury firm, there's still some learning that has to be done because every office is different, like just the procedures.
Yeah, and we've had bad experiences hiring people with personal injury law firm experience.
Well, because they do things differently than you do, or they're set in their ways.
Differently is a good way to put it. Yeah. They walk in and we go, "What are you doing? What? I mean, like that's actually happened. And you know,
but they were taught in ways that you probably wouldn't teach people.
Or not taught.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
probably the more, I say that kind of kidding, but that's probably the more dangerous thing is that they just figured it out, which look, you have to do that as a lawyer, as a business owner, whatever. But like, there's a right way to do certain things. And there's certain things you have to do that if you don't know I have to do that, then maybe you're not. But so we decided we did this one other time. We hired a really young guy. We decided to look for another lawyer who was young. And the first time we did that, we learned a lot about how difficult it is to train someone that literally doesn't know anything. You know, you graduate law school, you don't know anything. We had talked to this guy who is working at a construction firm here in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And Alex and I went out with him. Stokes was away because we only hire people when Stokes is on vacation. And Stokes just comes back to work and there's more people working at our office.
Who are you?
Yeah, like literally. Yeah. So Alex and I talk to him on the phone. We meet with him and we offer him a job. And he is, I'm going to guess, he's 26, 27 years old. Mm-hmm. I think he's married.
Out of law school. Out of law school. Probably.
Yeah, 2 years. Well, a year and a half, if that.
Okay.
So like old enough, lawyer enough where he knows the terminology. He knows like words, language, but young enough where he's not tied. He doesn't want to do construction work. He's not tied to that. And
you can mold him into what your law firm needs.
Could have.
Theoretically.
Yeah, but we offer him the job and you get the 6-figure salary. You get a cut of everything that you close, so a percentage of the percentage, basically. And he basically said, look, and this is his decision to make.
Well, he said, let me think about it first.
And I ran through
and talked to my wife.
With our compensation, if you don't come from, personal injury world, and maybe you're not like a spreadsheet person, you might sit there and be like, wait, how much does this actually mean I make? Because we can tell you, we expect you to close, to recover this much money for clients. You get this percentage. So here's what you get over here. Here's the pot of money you get over here. Put them together. So we have like a Rafi law firm, how you get paid for dummies guide.
Well, and you have enough experience with hiring people and you've seen enough lawyers at your law firm that you can kind of also project you're going to, from closing cases, you will probably make this amount of money in a couple years, a year or two.
Yeah, if you meet expectations, you will make at least this much money from the bonus side. If you don't, there's a huge problem, and everybody's talking about that. We'll be discussing that as we lead.
Before it becomes a problem. Yeah,
right. Like if you're not on pace to meet the expectations, something's up.
Yeah, because you've had enough lawyers work for you, and you know how it runs and it stays true
for the most part. Yeah. I mean, if anything, the variance is
higher,
up, right,
than what you would think.
Yeah, I mean, you might make 3 times the amount of money one year than you did the year before, because you had a case that was enormous or something.
I think you're also really conservative with numbers too, because you don't ever. I mean, I see this with your clients. You don't ever want to give anybody false hope. So I think you would be really conservative with telling new hires, hey, you have the potential to make this.
So we give them a spreadsheet, a chart and I even cut it out of the spreadsheet so I don't have to worry about it. But we give them one option, which is like, you met the expectations. And one is what we generally think you actually will do, which is higher. Mm-hmm. And, I only talked about this side and say, this is the meeting expectations, and kind of just give them that side. So take a look at that one too. So we go through all this, right? And I get it that you're never going to always trust, and you might not ever trust your employer. But, like we try to be as transparent as possible.
Right.
And I say to him, like, here's the money. He says to me, the first time I'd been asked this in like 9 years, he says, is the financial health of your firm good? Will you be able to pay me if you guys don't settle in cases? And I looked at him, and this is the only time I've ever I was kind of thrown off by it. But this is the only time that I've ever had a little bit of ego in this. And I looked at him and I said, I can retire. And he goes, oh, and I was like, yeah, we could pay people for the next 10 years without making another dollar and everything would be okay. I do this because
you enjoy it.
We're really good at it. We like doing it. I'd be bored if I didn't do this. So this is what I do. And he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, don't mean to make that weird, but when I first tried to hire somebody, first employee, he asked that question and I had prepared an answer because I knew I'd be asked that.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, financial health is good. We can go this many months, and I'm always as transparent as possible. I give every year, I write an email to the firm. That's our State of the Union, which I just tell everybody the numbers because you can't hide. You can't, keep in a closet all the numbers of what cases settled, how many, everybody talks about it because it's very transparent.
Well, I think it also probably motivates people to work to see, numbers. It makes them feel proud. Even staff that's not lawyers,
I think there should be total transparency. I worked at a law firm, 800 people. I had no idea what the dude next to me made. I had no idea what the other people my age doing my thing made. With my experience, I had no idea. And I thought that was always
weird
crap. Put it out there. And the downside of putting it out there is you can get some rivalries and people do, but
maybe that could be motivation too.
Yeah. If you guys want to fight in the hallway about who's going to make more money this year, just let me know when it's going to happen. And I'm there for it. So anyway, he calls back and decides not to take the job. And
I found what he said to you to be very interesting. He said
it's not the right time.
He said he talked to his wife and they just agreed that the risk was too great and it just wasn't the right time.
And I said to him, which is what I'll say to everybody here. I said to him, I think that this is silly. I said, I think you should go on YouTube and search Steve Harvey's jump. Steve Harvey's jump. Because Steve Harvey explains that there is, and it's so funny to say Steve Harvey explains, but he summarizes. He's just talking to the audience during Family Feud. But I said to him, I was like, you should watch that because there isn't a good time. And I'll be honest with you, I've got tons of friends. I'm 15 years older than him, let's call it. I'm like, I've got tons of friends who are doing construction, who are doing insurance, who are doing whatever, basic business torts, whatever, business lawsuits. And they're my age and they're all like, shit, I wish I would have, done what I really wanted to do. Maybe it was personal injury. Maybe it was something different. Wish I would have done that when I was 26, 27 years old because I didn't have a mortgage payment. I didn't have kids. I didn't have school that I had to, whatever. And
you have bills, but they're not as big as the bill.
You don't understand that though when you're 26,
you make,
27.
The higher the bills get. It's just,
He's like, I want to save for a mortgage and this job I'm in lets me save mortgage. I said, look, if that's your priority, that's great. And I wasn't criticizing him. I said, we had a very, the conversations I always had with him, I was just very open. I said, here, usually the first time I talk to somebody, I go, here are the reasons you don't want to be a personal injury lawyer, just so you know. Here's the bad stuff that maybe you don't know while you're sitting in your office currently saying, I wish I could be a personal injury lawyer. I'll tell you the bad stuff. So I said to him, I was like, look, I'm telling you, this is the time to do it. And I just hope one day you're not sitting 15 years later going, I wish I would have tried that out. Now is the time. Hey, I get it. Means you might not be able to save money as quickly, maybe, but you might also be able to save more money faster. way faster. And he's like, well, we're not comfortable with that risk. And I was like, I hear you, it is what it is.
And I agree with you. And I agree that when I was younger, I probably couldn't see that either, but in a different perspective, I see a lot of teachers that get stuck in counties that they don't want to work in because after a couple of years, tenure, or you accrue sick days, and sick days are really valuable for teachers, especially teachers who are planning on having kids or have kids. If you move to a different county, they don't always transfer, and so you lose them. If you move to a different county, you could get paid less. So I see a lot of people stuck working at a job that they don't like, or at a school that they don't like, in a county that they don't like, and also having to live near or around that county where they don't want to.
The stigma, I think, of like changing jobs a lot is almost should be going away, but it's in a lot of places like our firm. If you worked in 3 jobs in 2 years, as long as you have a good reason, I hated that job. Oh, why'd you hate it?
Yeah.
Didn't want to do anything with family law. People just yelled at me the entire time and I hated my life. Okay, cool. That's a good enough reason for me. It goes with travel, right? I mean, there's so many alerts you can set up. I get them, and I'm jealous that for all the people that that get the alert that you can go to Hong Kong for a $300 flight if you leave on a random ass day and you connect 4 places. Like, who cares? Like if you can take time off, or if you're in a college break or something, go to the airport. Literally, like, go to the airport and just get there and be like, what flight is cheap? Where can I go?
Yeah.
And just go. And we were talking, I was giving you a little trouble last night, kidding around about cigars. I said, for as much, because I smoked one yesterday and I'm trying to cut back. I go and smoke a cigar last night. Mm-hmm. And then I came back in bed and came to bed and said to you, as much as you say I should stop smoking cigars are the reason that I think that we're having another baby. Because I sat out there one night and was like, do I really? I was looking at Wells on the Nanit, and I was kind of sad because he had gotten a little bigger. And the Nanit is the baby monitor, and every month, at least during his first year, it would show all of the pictures.
This is how he's grown.
And you can watch him get bigger in the
Mike's
the crib.
out there crying.
And I was literally texting you upstairs. Sure, you don't want another kid? Yeah, but ultimately the choice about, from my point of view, of whether to text you and be like, we should have another baby, or go upstairs and be like, wake you up, poke you in the mind, be like, you sure you don't want another baby? was I thought I would regret. I knew I would never regret having another. Does that make sense?
Right.
I thought I could regret. Maybe I wouldn't, but I could regret not having another. Mm-hmm. So whether it's business, whether it's starting a family, whether it's taking that trip, whether it's asking that person on a date, whether it's sliding into somebody's DMs, Ashley.
You're right. But you added me as a friend.
Don't have any regrets. And I'll end what I had planned on saying with this. One of my biggest hatreds has been Disney.
Mike's made a lot of growth this year.
I still hate Disney. All you people out there that are saying I hate Disney too, all those reasons plus more. From the cost, which is wild.
I agree.
The heat, the lines.
You can go in the winter when it's cold.
The lines, the hotels aren't great, whatever. Not my favorite thing. Don't want to do it. We've done Disney twice, though. It's not like I don't do it, and I was a good sport. But I've come around.
You have.
Based on the regrets thing, though. Because Wells's favorite show, favorite anything, TV, movie, is Cars.
Cars with Lightning McQueen.
And
it's Lightning McQueen.
Queen.
Everything. We have the cars that can speak. We have the sippy cups, the lunchbox for school. We've got the lovey that he sleeps with, that is a Cars plushie. Yeah,
I think we're gonna do. I think there may be a Cars video. I don't know when it will come out.
A short form one.
I did a short form about the legal issues in Cars.
Yeah.
And about whether Mater non-lawyer representing Lightning McQueen in court. That's not appropriate.
Mike had never seen Cars. So Cars, the original one, number 1, came out in 2006. And honestly...
And that's the one we watch constantly.
Yes. Honestly, I hadn't really seen that because I was in high school. So I hadn't really seen it. I guess maybe I knew about it because of my brothers because they were so young at the time. And then there's newer ones. It's like Toy Story where it has...
Yeah, we watched Cars...
2 you didn't like.
When they're in Europe.
Yeah, you didn't like that
was
one.
Awful.
Cars 3 is cute, though.
I haven't been there yet.
Yeah.
I still, because we never actually watched the full movie.
Yesterday he was watching it going,
is this
a new Cars?
Yeah, is this a new one? Like, is this one of the shorts? Because now they have shorts, like short videos.
I enjoyed getting to see you watch it for the first time because there are some adult jokes in there, and you thought it was hilarious.
The headlights.
Yeah,
the headlights get me every time.
On the twins. Oh my gosh.
Buddy.
So Mike has come around. He is now wanting to take
I want to go.
Wells because he wants to experience it. And he keeps asking me, is too young. And at this point, I'm like, it's not for his memories. It's more for us.
Yeah, I want him to know what's going on, not be, I don't know. I want him to know.
You can go multiple times so that he has a memory and we also have a memory.
I will regret not going once. I will not regret not going more than once. So
we'll see. But I'm glad that you've come around on your Disney views.
Yeah, if you were a Disney person, I wouldn't have this. It'd be like Single in the Law. That would be the podcast. Like,
I am a Disney person. I love Disney.
Yeah, but you're not a adult Disney person. There's like real adult, like adult Disney people.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, but
saying I like to go is a little different. Anyway,
love the roller coasters.
No regrets. No regrets.
That's how you should end it.
No regrets.
Yeah.